Reporting in, starting my first solo hike. I'm 3 hours later than I want to be, so I don't know if I can complete it. Like, on retrospect, this really should have been a 3-day hike. I think 3 days would have been amazing to enjoy this, but let's try to push ourselves. So my 25-mile loop starts with 2 miles off trail, and my goal for the trip is to not look at my GPS, and I'm successful so far. I think I've almost found the trail again, and I came from that knob right there. There's some steep stuff over there. I should have gotten water at Camp Lake. I have to fill up at this little puddle here, which is totally alive with bugs. I was doing some night hiking to make progress for tomorrow, and I started thinking about how I was a little scared of sleeping outside by myself, because I was scared sleeping outside the first time, and now it's like the first time again because I'm by myself. And I'm walking in the darkness, and I know I'm getting close to this place called Paiute Lake, and I think, oh, there might be some people camped around this lake like all the other lakes I've walked by today. And then I see these two like bright shining lights like 3 feet off the ground, or like shiny dots, you know, I don't know, like 20-30 feet away from me, next to a tree. And I think, oh, that must be like, my first thought was, oh, it's like the reflectors on someone's tent. I must be here at Paiute. And then I look at it and I think those look just like eyes, and I'm staring at it, and I'm like trying to decide, is it a tent, like the reflectors on a tent, or is it eyes? And then I'm thinking, okay, it's gotta be a tent. And I have this thought, like, I'm gonna go karate chop whoever put reflectors on a tent that look like eyes, like they deserve a karate chop. And right as I'm thinking that, the tent, the two dots start sliding, like shifting sideways. and then they go behind the tree, and then I hear crunch, crunch, crunch. I'm like, oh fuck, oh. And I've always told myself, if I see an animal, I'm gonna do my death metal sound, that, but I just couldn't even get it out. So I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck. So I'm like, hey bear, go away bear, and I'm all scared. And then I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm no more night hiking tonight. And I turn around and I walk back like 5 minutes, and I think, okay, I'm just gonna sleep here. And I'm doing my bear bag, and then I hear a sound behind me, and I turn around, and it's like the same two eyes, and I'm like freaked out, like I'm totally by myself. And this time around, I start making a lot of noise. I'm like, go away, bear, go, bear, go away. And then I start seeing more eyes all around the forest, and then that animal, it runs away and it kind of prances, like maybe it's a deer. What I'm trying to say is, I went from like being absolutely terrified and grabbing my SOS button, because there's like this bear and I see all these other eyes around, and then the one that was close to me, it prances away, and then I'm looking and I see all the other eyes around the forest, and I turn off my headlamp, and those eyes are still there because they're other people's flashlights. And I've just like woken everyone up, and then I can see a flashlight reflecting off water, and I realize I'm like right next to Paiute Lake. And this guy, luckily this guy, I just talked to this guy for like 2 minutes across the lake, and I felt way better, but I was like so scared. But anywho, I just got out of there. I walked like another 20 minutes, and I'm up on a bluff now, and I feel much better. And the star's going crazy. See you tomorrow. Good night. If my loop were a clock, right now I'm about at 6 or 5. I'm at Gem Lake, and until I'm going counterclockwise, so until about 3 or 2, I'm gonna go by lots of lakes. Jewelry Lake, Deer Lake, and a couple unnamed ones. So I'm going like halfway around the clock today. I still haven't looked at my GPS yet, which has been fun. But on the trail, you barely need it. I'm just using my maps to stay found. I've made a lot of wrong judgments and correct myself. The only time I really wanted my GPS was during that 1 or 2 miles I did off trail at the beginning. I'm about 1 on the clock of my loop, and earlier in the day I bumped into a group of 4 hikers who were super friendly, and they were also hiking really fast. So we busted out 8 miles without even stopping. So now I'm really close to getting home. And I'm up on top of the ridge here. To the south I can see Yosemite, not so much right now. And here is the view to the north.
We used it for a little while, and it's at Small Lake. So we even told Sam we were at Small Lake.